Just before I left, you said, I am as constant as an ordinary star. Now said, constant in the darkness, where's that?
You know what?
I'll be the TV screen light. I can remember Canada, oh Canada. With your face sketched on twice. Oh, you're in that light, she's so bitter and so sweet. Oh, I think a piece of you. Still be on my feet, or I would still be on my
feet. Yeah.
I live in a box of pain. I'm frightened of the devil, and I'm drawn to those ones that ain't afraid. I remember you said, love is touching. So, sure you touch my ankle. Are you forced out of me? And so I kind of shine. So sweet, I think a piece of you. Still love your life, I'll still be on my I met a woman, she had a mouth like yours, she knew your life, she knew your bells and your beats, and she said, don't do it, stay with it if you can, but be prepared to bleed. Oh, you are in that blood, oh, it's so bitter. So sweet, oh, I think a case of you. Still like beyond my feet, I was still beyond my feet.
Okay, guys, so my voice seems to be trying to come back, so I'm going to kind of talk at like a low whisper so that I'm not using like the back of my vocal cords. A woman should never be put in a position that she has to scream at a man. If a woman is screaming at you, you are doing something wrong. So this is High Priestess Jamila. If you are new to the channel, hit that thumbs up, I'm sorry, subscribe. I meant to say subscribe. Y'all can hit the thumbs up if you want. Appreciate it. So, you know, sometimes when you look at some of the things that men do, and I know that I can feel a lot of you women and your emotions. So today's Monday, okay? Sorry, I had to clear my throat. Ooh. Okay, so taking a really good assessment from what I've gathered. Hello, Rochelle. Meant to say hi. Hey. Um, they're just irresponsible. And I think that as a witch, I would really like to start clearing up my vibrations and my karma to the point where I'm not sitting here, trying to curse a bunch of people because he's irresponsible and immature. It has a domino effect. When it comes to love, you're dealing with desire. And for a man to come into your life and open up your heart chakra, your sacral chakra, your root chakra, whatever chakra he's opening up, and for him to do all of those things to touch you in a place where he has control over your heart, and for them to go and say and try to make things so complicated, and for them to act the way that they act sometimes, when they're trying to ghost you and stuff like that. It's just that they're irresponsible. Sometimes I have to catch women and I have to catch myself before I create even bigger of a problem for myself when it comes to men. And they're just irresponsible. They, especially when they're talking like, oh, I'm a player, and I'm, you know, or if they're being like covert or whatever, whatever it is that they're doing. Which I believe that covert is when you're doing things in secret. It's when you up to something, you being sneaky, you either playing with somebody, you toying with somebody. I believe that these men just haven't grown up yet. They're just really childish. Half of them are still attached to their mama's boob, especially if they were breastfed. But sometimes if they weren't breastfed, that can have a really horrifying effect. I feel sorry for men that were not breastfed, especially men. Women are a lot different, even though girls should be breastfed too, but it's particularly bad for men because they don't really know much about the female anatomy or the breasts, and they don't understand that your heart is located right up underneath your breast. um and so they know how to get to us. And you know what, if a man is hurting himself, he's going to do everything in his power to hurt you. So if he's hurting, you going to be hurting. And then also many of them are trained and programmed to not listen to women, which had an even more devastating effect over half of the men on this planet. And so I think it's probably over half. But I think that there's a lot of women that just put up with a lot. And I think that in order for you to have any kind of positive changes, you can't just agree to everything that they do or say. You have to challenge men. You do. Because if you don't, you know how they go out and do stupid stuff. mean, they if they can get so emotional to where they punching walls, you know how men will sometimes punch a wall or two. They get in their feelings and their emotions and they make mistakes, and then they really don't want to face you. They don't want to face you. It's really difficult for them to admit that they messed up. It is. It's real difficult. Sometimes it can take years. It's a very irresponsible thing to do. It doesn't make you a player. It doesn't make you, you know, a pimp. They like to call themselves pimps. That it just makes you an extremely irresponsible, immature person. It is extremely irresponsible for you to do that. And what I can tell you is not just about them walking away. It's the strings that they attach to you. It's the bondage that they put you in far after you're gone. And a lot of people will say, "Oh, well, you're just tripping. He ain't said nothing about you. He ain't thinking about you." Yeah, he is. And y'all know that these men will do that. They will sit and for years pine over you, pine over what happened, play victim. I don't even really think that's narcissism. I just think that that's something that men have a tendency to do. And I think that in order for us to expect for them to be responsible, we have to be responsible also and try to lead by example. Instead of allowing their temper tantrums to cause us to scream at them and lose our voice. And you know what I'm saying? Because that's all they're doing is having a temper tantrum. And at the end of the day, as a woman, you cannot ever just agree with everything that a man says or does. You can't just say, "Oh, okay, I'm good with it. I don't care." You can't just agree because, some of the stuff that these men are doing in their lifestyle is really bad. It's terrible, and then many of them are headed for some kind of destruction. You are a very irresponsible male at the end of the day when you do that. And then especially these men that will keep you and then lie about it and try to make you look crazy. I think that those are the worst. You know, I'm not trying to be judgmental. I see somebody hit the thumbs down. I'm just telling you what I notice. I just believe that they are just very, very irresponsible at the end of the day. And they think it's cute. They just think it's cute. Since when does a man get to ravage your body and then just walk away? It don't even say that in the Bible. And they go, but they love that Bible. Okay, so a lot of that emotional stuff that y'all feel, though, a lot of that stuff ain't even real. You just gotta, some of the emotional stuff that men try to put out there on you, you you gotta ignore it. And then especially being that I'm just keeping it real. When I put programmed in the title, they are programmed. And you know what? That is exactly that's what spirit is trying to do, is trying to break the programming of men. That's what they're trying to do. They're under some kind of hypnosis or psychosis. And instead of them taking responsibility and having some kind of backbone, that's why they ghost you, because they're just being irresponsible. And or they're sitting up there drinking every day. Y'all see that movie with Nicolas Cage, the guy that went to the hotel with the sex worker to drink himself to death. Remember that? So, and I put up a video earlier, and it's sad when you see what patriarchy and what religion has done to men. Like, they would rather live in it than understand that you're supposed to transcend and ascend from that. It wasn't meant for you to go back. It was meant for you to look at the mistakes and look at the outcomes. They cannot possibly be proud of this world that they have created around us women and children. This world that women often have to shield themselves from. Many of them don't want to listen to anything spiritual. Many of them are doing spiritual work and just being irresponsible. Even the ones that understand, I can sit here until, hey, Jacksonville, I can sit here until I am blue in the face, and these men will know exactly what they're doing, how they are manipulating you, but they don't really know why. So even the ones that seem to be somewhat spiritually knowledgeable, it's almost like this consistent test. And I'm gonna be honest with you. If you test me, I'm gonna do everything to fail every test. You know why? Because you should not be testing people. That's something that immature people do. Nobody mature that knows what they want does that. Okay? Nobody. And they're purposely, almost like they're holding their breath so that they won't do the responsible thing and the right thing, and then they'll make excuses. Like when they try to claim that you're a whore anyway and that you was a side chick, and it's like, no, that's not gonna get you out of it. And you can't sit up here and continue to hate women. You just have to understand what your job is as a man. And you got to quit being okay with failing people. You will fail somebody and be totally okay with it and will never do anything to make up for it. And then when you fail somebody, you blame them. You'll go to your buddies and act mature. Hey, Jen, you'll go to your friends and act mature around them. But then when you're dealing with your woman and your family, you acting like a little baby, a little spoiled brat. So don't let their irresponsibility give you a headache. Okay, it is what it is. They know what it is. It ain't no need in going back and forth about the situation. Many of them waste time. They waste a lot of time and energy just going back and forth about things that don't even matter. So literally, I'm gonna tell you what I've noticed that's a huge problem is people wasting time. I hate that. Y'all ever see people? That's the most irresponsible thing that a person can do. Oh, I'm just gonna sit here and waste several years of my life. And so this is probably one of the reasons why a lot of women, they want to be independent. A lot of women would not dare depend on a man to pay their bills. Y'all be running around here thinking they be talking crazy. Don't know, hardly any woman depends on a man to pay her bills. Trust me, women pay their own bills half of the time. Okay, unless you're a woman that was lucky enough to find somebody that's just paying for everything. I personally enjoy what I do. I don't mind contributing to the household because, you know, but I mean, it's almost like you say you're a bad procrastinator. And see, I can't stand that. Do you have a Virgo moon? I hate stagnant energy. I hate it. I hate people that take too long. I hate waiting. Mm-mm. I didn't like waiting when I was younger, and I didn't wait. I was a trip when I was younger. I'm much more tamed than I am now, thanks to social media. Because I will act like a bad girl, or I used to. These days, I'm trying to be good, I swear to God. And, they just test you and test you and test you, you know? Yeah, people that procrastinate, especially when it's something important, I can't deal with it. Because I'm the type of person that's ready to go. I'm ready to go right now. And then also a lot of them are not, they're not really using their third eye. They using their fourth eye, not their third eye now. They not really using their third eye. They're not actually using discernment, which is very irresponsible. Placing blame when you've done nothing wrong, expecting you to behave a certain way even when you're not with them anymore, trying to determine to you what and how a woman should act. Who are they when they couldn't even do it right themselves? I don't, you know what? I have a real serious issue with cooperating with a man that ain't on his P's and Q's as well. I will totally, and that for me was a part of my immaturity, and I am trying to mature, but these men these days are just ridiculous. They are just ridiculous, okay? Totally detached. Oh, you like the rush of doing everything last minute? I like to do things in advance. I do. I love to do things in advance. I can't stand doing stuff last minute. I feel like if I'm doing that, I'm living on the edge of night. I don't like that. My mother used to say that, girl, you living on the edge of night. No, I'm not. She would accuse me of that. And I'm like, do I live with you? Do I ask you to pay any of my bills ever, lady? So what you talking about? So I don't procrastinate on anything. Well, yeah, little stuff, yeah. But you know, um, getting back to what we were talking about as far as with men, a lot of them have this weird thing, and this is not necessarily narcissism. This is strictly men that have a tendency to do this. If you, if they made you an offer that you refused, and then you say, no, I'm better than that. I'm not taking that offer. Some of them will get very shitty with you, get an attitude, start acting a fool, start disrespecting you. But then when you walk away and you say, okay, I'm going to walk away from you, okay, either permanently or for a little while, I'm going to walk away. What are they doing? They're trying to control how others see you. So they're still trying to control you, even though they're not with you. You can separate from the drama for months, but they're going to find some kind of way to slight you. And this has always happened to me. And I know a lot of other women that they not only want to control how people see you, but they want to control how you feel about yourself, and they want to control who you sleep with. And let me tell y'all what I've noticed about a couple of men in my lifetime. And these were not necessarily men that I was with, but I've noticed men pushing their exes into being with women instead of men. Like, it's like, okay, well, if you don't want me, then I don't want you with another man. I have seen men doing that. And that is so disgusting. You're irresponsible. This woman needs support, and she needs the income and the love and the touch and the comfort of a man. A man that tries to isolate, degrade, and demean his ex is a piece of crap. He probably wants her back, but excuse me, um it's been like 5 months, a year, 2 years, and you just expected me to be open and available for you. And what did you think I was doing in the meantime while you were gone? Did you give a damn about how I felt? Did you give a damn about what I ate? Did you give a damn about how I was? You just disappear and then pop back up. That's irresponsible. That's disgusting. These men do not know how to be in relationships. That's why they're getting divorced. And that's why women leave them. And just so that they can prove a point publicly, even though they're dead wrong, just so that they can prove a point and be right. And I just think that that is like half of these men are not even equipped to be lovers. More like either handlers or big mistakes. You know what I'm saying? And it just, it's because of it. It's, hey, listen, you can be a spin artist, you can be a jokester, you can be the joker. But in reality, we know that you were not man enough to stand up the way that you were supposed to. And that you're sitting at home underneath a tent in your bedroom acting like a 5-year-old kid with a blanket over your head. And you know what I hate? I hate the ones that try to front like they screwing everybody in the world. That what why can't they not do that? These are things that they can choose not to do, but they still do it anyway. And so you can't be emotional about when men are acting stupid and irresponsible. You cannot get emotional about that. And then a lot of them are totally full of crap. You know what I notice is that, you'll deal with a man for years. And then all of a sudden, when something come up or y'all break up, he trying to make it seem like, oh, I never wanted you and you nasty. And that's because he's trying to control how you feel about yourself. And he wants to control how other people see you. And then, of course, men don't like for us to be on YouTube. They think that we're going to meet somebody and go and have sex with them. So they want to make sure that we're thoroughly isolated and that, everybody thinks bad of us and that we're just crazy. So why can't any of them do anything different than that? What is the issue with this? A lot of these men don't know how to act like a man. They are the ones that never had a strong male figure or dad in their life to teach them how to act. It's a sad generational hex. Yeah, that is sad, Jen, especially when grown men can't find their way. You know what? I'm not giving them that excuse anymore. No, you're not able to use the fact that your father wasn't around as an excuse anymore. That's an excuse. You're a grown man that knows the right thing to do. And that's why many of them get angry and frustrated because they know that they have to do right by you. It's called karma and it's a bitch. The ones without a father around or is yeah, especially if they had a horrible mother. You know what? If your father wasn't around and all you had was your mother, and a man's mother raised an insecure, irresponsible man, and I guess that would have to kind of go on to the mother to say, well, what did you do wrong? And most of the time, it's that these women probably just didn't spend enough time or show them enough affection as children. And it probably wasn't anybody else around in the family to give them that affection. Because there are some women that can't love their children if they hate the father. If they have a problem, if the father hurt them, oh, if your daddy hurt your mama to the point of no return, there is no bounds, there's no boundaries to what that kind of mother could do to you as a child. Okay. And especially if your father is the devil and your mother kind of sort of gave up on life and your daddy was real, overbearing. I know that that's what happened with my parents. I know for a fact that that's why my mother ended up screwed up. My father screwed my mother completely up and she cannot deny it. Okay. And some fathers will try to continue to hold their kids in bondage. So, but anyway, that's the contracts of the church. Not going to really get into that. But yeah, and yeah, our fathers were irresponsible, very irresponsible. If you were raised poor or something like that, man, you got to think about what kind of person. And yeah, literally that's what they doing. They fucking around playing video games all day. They ain't thinking about doing nothing. They ain't thinking about inventing nothing. It's almost like something done sucked the life out of them. They don't have no inspiration, sick, like actually physically sick, many of them. And some of them are very young. You shouldn't be sick at the age of 30 or 40 or 50 even. You should be able to get up every day and go jog. What's the problem? What's going on with them? Well, I can tell you that yes, some of them do have a lot of bad spirits on them. Sadly, they don't want to accept the help that's there for them because they were told not to. They were told that the miracles that I create for people, the healing and things that I create, they were told that that was evil, but not what they are doing and not what they believe in is evil. They were taught that we were evil and the stuff that we do, but not the stuff that they learned, from 12 madmen who decided to write a book and put everybody under a hypnosis. A lot of these men will lean towards evil witches. If you're a nice witch, you ain't a bad witch. If you nice, oh, you too nice. You too good to me. You know what I'm saying? You treated me too well. I don't know how to react to that because you treated me so well. You treated me like a king. How do I react to this? They they don't know. Some men don't know. And then especially if they were treated like crap by their family or their mother. What's up, cognitive dissonance? Cognitive dissonance said very sad. What's sad? Explain what's sad because, it is, well, you know what? I wouldn't get sad about it. I mean, the solutions are there, but I think that it's all about, you know, um, understanding that those people, they're not going to change until they're ready. And they will eventually change. And change is hard. It is so hard after you've been doing something for 30 or 40 years of your life. And for you to start living a totally different lifestyle, that's hard. That's hard. Okay. Right, Jen Goddess of Light. They know how to receive fake love and bull crap, but when it comes to something real and for you to actually make them feel something, for you to bring a man to tears, they feel like you're making them weak. Actually, that makes you stronger. You need to be triggered into tears so that you can stop being, and you know, men are not supposed to cry. You have a tendency to raise men that if they act too soft, and I think that that's part of the problem. You know, I done seen men punch their sons in the chest. Not any of my kids. I would whoop a man's ass up and down this house if he ever put his hands on my kids. And I don't know how I would do it. I ain't never had no man do that. But I've seen men with their actual blood sons punching them, trying to make them tough. And half the time when they do that, they turn those men gay. So it actually has an opposite effect to the intent. And not gay, they kind of sometimes make them nicer people. You know what I'm saying? Because you know that they go out into the world, they go to school, and there's certain expectations that even the school has for them. The coaches at the school, they have a certain expectation of your children. That's why I said I think it's extremely harmful to allow a school to raise your children. But I get it. I get it. There are times when I'm like, Jacob, I'm going to send you to school, and he's like, no, he likes being homeschooled. So you said those men grow up screwed up. Well, I think that if you got a screwed up man, you can't just sit up there and just let him be screwed up. You got to do something. Because literally that's what you're doing. You're just sitting there watching this person decay, destroy themselves. And as a woman, you have to speak up. That's just like if my husband is drinking too much, I'm gonna say, hey, you drinking too much. And I probably wouldn't even say it like that. I'd be like, you can slow down. Typically, it's it's one of those things. People are drinking because they're trying to escape. I know that for me, I drink for the spirits, but a lot of people drink because they want to escape something, or they don't want to face something. So if I tell you something like that, it's for your own good. And if I'm your wife, I'm going to expect you to listen to me. Yeah, I drink, but yeah, cognitive dissonance, I do drink, but I don't drink every single day. And I'm not drinking, high percentages of alcohol. Hey, Greg, how are you? Yeah, when you drink or you smoke, I know all last year, boy, I had to have me some wine every single day. It was so stressful, just constant stress, every other day, you know. And then they'll say, "Oh, you ain't worth nothing. You ain't." You mean to tell me after all of the? You mean to tell me this is what I hate? I hate it when you go through things with a person. It don't even have to be a man. It can just be a person. You go through hell with that person, hell and high water, and they look at you and go, "I don't appreciate you." After everything I helped you get through, like, what is wrong with these people? I've had old friends do that to me. Literally, I was picking this person up off the sidewalk every 5 minutes, and the person came back and tried to make it seem like you ain't never done nothing for me. You ain't nobody. I don't like you. Nah, 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 nah. Yeah, I'm more of a light social drinker. I don't drink heavily, and I don't drink hard liquor. Cognitive dissonance. Oh, we know who cognitive dissonance is. Who are you talking about? You couldn't imagine your wife or family going online talking about you? Wow, I wouldn't have imagined it either, but it happened in 2015 by complete strangers that I didn't know with people that I was supposed to trust. So I wouldn't have imagined that either, cognitive dissonance. I couldn't imagine being an innocent woman being attacked for no reason. I'd say that that's a lot worse than what I'm talking about. And also another thing, if you oh, okay, well, you said you couldn't imagine your wife or family going online. No, I know I'm not your wife, but maybe some of these men do need to be checked. You need to get the message to drink some water and not drink a gallon of vodka today. Some of y'all need to hear that. Maybe that's why I'm saying it public. I've had family go online and talk about me, but they weren't trying to be helpful. They were being spiteful. So right now I'm trying to be helpful. Okay. I'm not talking about anybody in particular. If you don't like the subjects that I discuss on my channel, then you can always unsub and never look at my channel again. You don't have to look at me. You don't have to look at me. You don't have to think about me. Well, cognitive dissonance, I know exactly what you're trying to say. And you don't really have a real family. You have handlers, is what I can sense. You don't have a real family. If you have real family, your family would give a damn about you. You know what? How about this? How about somebody that claims that they have a family that loves them, but they're online stalking people every day? And then when the people that you stalk take you in and love you because they realize what's wrong and what's going on, and then you go and you forsake them for some bullshit. How about them apples? Because to be honest with you, I don't have to be on here talking about this at all. I'm doing this to help people. I couldn't imagine a man having sex with me and then hearing a rumor that he knows is not true, but then goes online and attacks me and roasts me based upon a lie and a rumor. I wouldn't have never imagined that either. But people do crazy shit. You think it's responsible for a man to be attacking a woman that he just had sex with? A lot of you, especially you young little boys, y'all do that. Y'all go have sex with a woman and go talk about her bad to your boys. You're just irresponsible because you think you're impressing somebody, but you're not. Okay. So, if you feel like I'm talking, the reason why you're questioning what I'm saying right now is because you're trying to say that I'm subliminally saying something about somebody. Yeah, a lot of women are dealing with that right now. You men that do what you do, and then you don't care about how you affect people. You just do stuff, and then you don't think twice about it. You're totally wrapped up in yourself, but yet you claim that you are a qualified lover, but yet you don't know how to sacrifice yourself and compromise. You don't. And that's where you always lose. So all you men, these men that lie, they come on here, they say, oh, I have a good family. Really? You have a good family that loves you, but you stalked me daily for 8 hours a day? Stop it. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of the lies. I'm tired of the bull crap. Okay. to whoever you are, cognitive dissonance, we know who you are. Good, Greg. That's good. That's good. I couldn't imagine being attacked by a big black man for 5 years that you don't know. I couldn't imagine that. Wow, that must be really scary. That would have to be really scary to a woman. Some big black guys attacking her online. Hmm. So being that I was able to process that, being that I was able to process that and be mature about it, why can't you? Why can't you? If I'm able to be mature about your foul behavior, why can't you do the same thing? So, and a lot of women suffer at the hands of these irresponsible men. Not me. It's going to happen to y'all before it happened to me. Another thing I noticed is that a lot of you women, that's why they want to try to take us through a breakup process. They want to throw you off by breaking up with you, by being in and out and doing all that stuff. Don't none of you men affect me like that. I still get what's mine. And y'all are very intimidated like that. Let me tell you something. You need to quit messing with me, cognitive dissonance, because you know what? I have been nice, I have been patient, and I have been a good person. And you men did things that you were trying to harm me and harm my business. So don't come up in here questioning me till you wipe your own ass. When you are willing to wipe your own ass and admit to your mistakes, then we can talk. Other than that, don't come up in here playing victim, because that's what you're doing right now. Go ahead and laugh your ass off. Anyway, well, you're not going to win this argument. I don't care how many women you have surrounding you. It will be 90 years old. I'll be a corpse. I will be a goddamn corpse. And if you still don't learn that lesson, I'm going to still stand by my conviction. So it doesn't matter. Okay. And that's your cue. Bye. That's the one thing I don't tolerate. That's the one thing I can't stand about these stupid trolls. They always telling you what you are. It's weird and bizarre. Anyway, obviously somebody is getting upset about what I'm saying, which makes no sense. Why are you still here watching? That is the question. Why do you still watch? Why do you still listen? You said my voice annoyed you, right? Why you can't stop and get enough of my voice? Oh, you want to listen to me? You listen to this because you wanted to have something to complain about today? So you can have something to sit around and waste 12 hours of the day while you're supposed to be doing other stuff. So you can sit around and have a gossip session. Mm-hmm. It's ridiculous. And you know what? These men that sit around and gossip, you can tell what their mama did while they were raising them. That is such a turnoff to see men gossiping like women. They don't realize it and they'll go up. Hell, even women need to stop gossiping so much. Nobody's telling you that just because you're a man. I tell women the same damn thing. Because gossip involves lies. Usually, people are embellishing the truth when they're gossiping. They usually are. And those little white lies can get you in trouble. There's some people that can lie like a freaking two-headed snake and they just don't care. If you call me out on a lie, I'll admit to it. Look at these weirdos. Just weird. Y'all got issues. These people have real issues, all because you don't want to admit to your faults. I don't think that you guys are really a good match for Tarot Queen Jamila. Maybe y'all need to go and cook in the oven a little bit more. Go somewhere and cook each other. You'll feel better. You know how they be cooking because they all childish. What's up, Black Girl 70? That's why they always trying to cook each other because they know they're not complete or done. You know, some of them even look like they didn't finish developing in the womb. So I didn't even say that that was him though. You know what's strange though is that it's a pattern constantly with my ex. He always makes everything about him. Every show that I do, somebody's gonna come in the chat room and put his name in the chat. It happens every time. Like you did this a month ago, you did this 2 months ago, you did this 3 months ago, you did it all last year. You do the same thing. You do what you do, and then you go around. For some reason, this guy doesn't want to accept the fact that I'm not into women because I guess he's best girlfriends with the gay girls. I guess I don't know. But it's so weird and bizarre. Like it's starting to get really, really weird. Especially, I'm gonna tell you something, men, if you keep accusing a woman of being gay, she's gonna start thinking that it's you that's gay. So be careful with that. Okay. Not saying that I think that this not saying that I think Mike is gay, but I'm saying that, you know, it's kind of suspect, okay? I don't know. And you know what? If you're a woman and you're not coming on here saying something unintelligent, then they want to attack you. It's kind of ridiculous. This I've been going through this for the past 2 years, actually 5 years, and I guess counting. So, and they always come in and try to derail the conversation because they're upset about what I'm talking about. And they think I'm talking about them because they think the whole world revolves around them. Evidently, Jamila's world revolves around you. Even though I'm talking to women right now about men, and I guess some of these women feel some type of way because they're willing to accept just about anything from a man, and they get upset when you're a woman that's not willing to accept that. It's kind of like I said, men, half of the men on this planet are programmed to be very, very irresponsible. And so when you see a man that does some of the things that we see, it's because he's irresponsible and he's immature. I hate gossiping too, Jen. It's not even interesting to me. It's not, and then especially when it's gossip about the characters, I'm not interested in the characters at all. They be gossiping and stuff and talking about people. I be like, I really don't care. Half of the people that they talking about, you don't give a damn about. And I really can't stand celebrity gossip. Oh my God, I can't. I'll look at some stuff if I'm interested in the celebrity, like, you know, the Britney Spears situation. But some of the shit that they be, I'm like, this is stupid. But you know, this is society and this is YouTube, and you're going to find these types of people on YouTube. If y'all could hit the thumbs up because now they're over here shitting on my hangout. Literally, and they're proud of the behavior. They're proud of it. Look, check them out. Check them out. Watch them go. Let's play some music real quick. Watch them go. And go. You know what? It's irresponsible. Instead of working things out and doing what you're supposed to do and doing the right thing, you come to a hangout and thumbs it down. A lot of the people that thumbs it down is because they're irresponsible. They, instead of them making good on the stuff that they did, because they think I'm talking, and then all of them think I'm talking about them. Every last one of them. Y'all saw that my phone rang probably what was it, like 20 minutes ago. The phone rang. If a woman tells you I'm not going to accept that, just accept it. You don't come back and do crazy stuff. You just respect what the woman said and keep it moving. You don't go back and get revenge on somebody because they told you that they didn't want to be wrapped up in your toxic crap. And see, when you're gone out of their life, who else are they going to blame their toxicity on except for the people that are actually in their lives? They can't blame it on you, but somehow they will. That's, and I just think it's kind of ridiculous. And it's kind of like this has happened over and over and over and over again. Same cycle, same merry-go-round over and over again. And that's kind of how you feel when you're dealing with men like that. It's just like you're on a merry-go-round. You good, and you can go ahead and go now and move on with your life, just as long as everybody know that you're not going to be allowed to treat Jamila like a whore. You gonna get chin checked, and don't you ever try to make me look like one either. I'll be right back, y'all. Wow. They think, hold on, y'all. They think they winning because they thumbs it down. Go ahead, keep going. Keep going with the thumbs down, baby. Go ahead. Whatever you need to do to make you feel better. But this man always does this, and y'all know that it always goes down on my channel. He does it every single time. He has several women stalk me. The last time we broke up, it was a bunch of stuff in my inbox, and from people, it was in my other inbox on Facebook Messenger. And I'm like, I didn't see it until like 6 months later. I'm like, you are cray cray. You cray cray. Okay. I'm sorry. Huh. Shoot. Okay, y'all, I'm back. Okay, y'all, I'm back. Shit is crazy when you tell a man you're not willing to be his side piece. He acts a fool, and then try to act like you ain't about nothing because you don't want to accept that position and tell you, oh well, you can't get nobody better. You know what? You know how I feel about that situation is that like I try not to think about it. I'll think about stupid stuff, the silly stuff that these men do. If a woman doesn't want to accept what you offered her, just deal with it and move on with your life. You don't get hoes to attack her in social media. Period. You know, and also here's another thing I was gonna say. You're a very irresponsible man if you allow everybody else to control how you feel about a person, and if you allow people to control your relationship with people. I don't give a damn who that person is. Nobody, no woman likes to think that you're going to, and then will take advice from literally. I'm like, why would you go to my enemies looking for advice on me? What are you even talking about me for? So as a man, you got to be able to handle your relationships. Why are you going to toxic women? And I've seen more than one of them do that. We're not just gonna talk about Michael. We're gonna talk about the Nero Red. He did the same damn thing. They all codependent. Oh, whatever happens in social media, I'm gonna have you go and attack that person for years and years and years and years. Y'all crazy. And you don't have an excuse for that either. And why would you, if you saw a woman do the same thing with another man, why would you go along with that too? I'm sorry, it's just certain things that I feel that a man should not do. And we expect more out of you. Like literally every man in my life. I don't care if me and you roasted each other for 5 years. I have high expectations of you, especially if you laying in my bed with me. So I don't care about what these other women will accept. They all want to share you and all that stuff. I'm making it perfectly clear because somebody told me, they said, you just gotta learn how to share. Bye, all of you, goodbye. Bye. You share a sandwich. You share a piece of your you don't share men. That no, I'm not with them. I'm not like them. Go away. That's how I feel about it. And then messing around with married women online. Ooh, bad karma. Bad karma. These men don't even care. You mess around with a married woman online, like, and then you're at home with your woman. Like, come on now. You like, what the fuck? What do you expect me to act like them? You expect for me to act like a dumb hoe? Literally, I'm the only woman that has demanded respect in this situation. And if you don't give it to me, then you can get and skip down the road. You're childish, you're irresponsible, and you're not ready to be in a relationship with me anyway. So stop trying to, I hate when men do that. Try to make a woman look bad because you were not ready to be a man. Stop it. And then you'll say, oh, well, this person looks better than you. And then they're so childish to get their way. And you know what? I'm going to keep it real with y'all. That black sector was created by Dean Maxwell, my father. It was created by him. Every goddamn thing that is ignorant about my father exists within that black sector. Only my father pretends like he got some good sense. So yeah, you want to come over here and talk about how I have an estranged relationship with my father too? Oh, I'm just real screwed up, huh? And my father's not, right? Even though he screwed up my mama's head. You know what? I used to think that my mother took me away from my father, but in reality, my father screwed up my mother's head completely and totally. All of it is reminiscent of, the abuse, the verbal abuse from when he was a drug addict. It's terrible. And the fact that I don't like my father. I'm going to continue to speak negatively of him. The fact that you bought this shit to YouTube to embarrass your daughter, you are sick. I don't even want to hear it no more. And you know what you got to say to your ex? Hey, listen, hey, you didn't appreciate me. It was obvious. Move on and let me move on. Then they don't want to do it. They calling psychics, talking to you, talking about you to people. You know what I'm saying? Obviously talking about you to people. There's no way that these people could still be tripping like this and you're not talking about me. Stop it. If it's over, it's over. Go away. It's over. That's literally how I feel about it. It's ridiculous, and I am the type of person that will let you go. Oh, I know how to let go. Trust me. You women gotta learn how to let go. And I don't feel sorry for men that bang at my front door and beg. If you're not willing to beg for me, I'm not interested in you. And you can say, oh, well, you got stretch marks and your titties are saggy. Okay. Okay. Well, then go somewhere else then. Go down the street to Susie Q. She'll accept that behavior from you. And that's what I be talking about when it comes to the women that you kick it with. That's why I quit messing with some women, because they don't know how to demand respect from these men. And these men literally only front publicly like they actually got real respect for them. But if a man is disrespecting every woman in their life, what makes you think they doing anything different? And then it just I saw the whole thing. Those people are caught up in a nightmare. And literally you wait too long, honey. I'm gonna be over here in paradise with my husband pregnant. Because you don't you don't own my uterus and my ovaries. Some of these people be trying to act like they own your uterus and your ovaries. How do you expect a person to react? Let me tell you another thing. It's irresponsible for you to continuously question a woman based upon a liar, somebody that you know is a habitual liar. And you're going to continue to question your woman about what a liar said to you. You're irresponsible. Why hasn't it clicked that maybe you shouldn't worry a woman with all of that, especially knowing already that it's not the truth, but you'll go off into the psychosis and fall for anything. So I'm good. In fact, let me play my song before I go, y'all. Yeah, they came over here to derail my hangout, but we all got it. We all used to over this channel. They don't realize that my subscribers and my supporters are used to them. They're waiting for the day. They just wait for the day where one of my supporters doesn't support me anymore. It's like, well, why don't you know? I couldn't even imagine giving a fuck about somebody that much. I couldn't even imagine. I couldn't imagine wasting my life on that. We already talked about that, and they still want to talk about it. We already talked about the fact that you ruined things for yourself because you were being a jerk, and you let a bunch of scallywag women convince you to be disrespectful to a woman that ain't gonna play that crap with you. So go call her and disrespect her. I am not the one to be disrespected. And you know what? These people were actually very lucky that that I am of sound mind and body, because the pressure that y'all put me under, man, I could have showed up at y'all house and went crazy. So shut up about it. You can't even handle a phone conversation. You can't even handle breaking up with somebody, but yet you judging somebody, acting a complete fool, acting crazy, talking about people. And then when somebody that was intimately involved with you says, hey, this is kind of disgusting, then you go all off into crackville. Don't nobody got time for that. Hold on, y'all. All right, y'all, I'm out of here. I'm gonna play this song though. Oh, I wanted to respond to Black Girl 70. Girl, they ain't draining me. If they used to back in 2016, 2017, I don't care who you are. You can be my twin flame. You got all this stuff going on. I just really don't care. To be honest with you, I really don't care. But I do care about what it looks to people. So that's why I'm very clear about what my position is. And I'm not going to sit up here and be made a fool out of. Sorry. I'm going to play my song, y'all, and I'm going to go. Y'all have a wonderful day. I just wanted to really, to be honest with you, I was actually going to only be here for a few minutes. I didn't even mean to be here that long. You know, I got some free time. So anyway, I will see y'all later. Peace and love to all of y'all. Thank you for those of you that thumbs up. Thank you so much to my supporters. All of my supporters know that they are always blessed and highly favored over here. Okay. So I appreciate y'all, even though it's people out there that don't appreciate a damn thing, a flower, a tree, a kiss, a honeybee. They don't appreciate nothing. I appreciate everybody that was in my life, and I always find the positive. So all this crap, like even as far as even when I shitted on my ex, I basically told him basically the same thing. You're being irresponsible. It's disgusting what you're doing. Stop doing this. Be a man. That's not roasting somebody. That's just telling them the truth. So I'll see you guys later. Peace and love.